Welcome back to Louisiana Homestead. I'm so glad we can meet here and enjoy some time together. Today I'm going to be making two dishes from Cabbage with the same basic ingredients. Both are easy and delicious. It's nice to be able to take some time for oneself to just relax and enjoy a little time all to yourself. Rather you recreate these meals for yourself or just enjoy watching as I put them together and listen to my observations on life. It's still a little time to unplug and relax. So you just sit back and I'll explain as I create these beautiful dishes for my family. I hope you'll choose to subscribe. It helps my little channel to grow and it's completely free to you. Very carefully remove the core from the cabbage. Put the decored cabbage upside down into a stock pot with about an inch or two of water. Put it on the burner and allow it to steam on low for about 15 minutes. This is going to soften the cabbage leaves up and you'll be able to remove them very easily. Choose a nice firm yellow onion. Cut off the ends and peel it. You could also use a white onion. I prefer the yellow onions because they have more flavor to me. If you are used to cooking with white onions and you prefer those, then by all means, use them. To each his own. Any kind of onion would work fine in this recipe. We're trying to be frugal, so whatever you have on hand, use it. Cooking is a multitasking job. While I've got my cabbage steaming, I'm also browning some ground meat. Mine is ground beef, but you can use any kind of ground meat that you have on hand. Oftentimes I use ground deer for my recipes that call for ground meat, and it works just fine. My husband is a deer hunter, so we usually do have plenty of deer meat to cook our meals with. I have used deer meat to substitute in just about any kind of recipe that you can imagine. Any kind of meal that you can think of that calls for meat, I have used deer meat in, no matter what kind of meat the recipe called for, and usually, almost always, with very good results. Every year we enjoy growing peppers in our garden. This last summer, our Iberian cayennes did the best. They outperformed all the other peppers that we grew. Our banana peppers and jalapeno peppers and even the bell peppers didn't do that well this year. So mostly what I was able to chop up and put in Ziplocs and put in the freezer this year is the Iberian cayennes. But that's okay because we've discovered that those are actually one of our very favorites. Peppers freeze and keep very well in Ziploc bags and are easily added to recipes. I'm able to can a lot of tomatoes every year. Thank goodness my husband has a green thumb and he loves to plant tomato plants in the garden every summer. His favorites are the Pink Girl, the Purple Cherokee, the Arkansas Traveler, and the Creole. The Creole has a good long shelf life. The Purple Cherokee is my favorite. It's an heirloom, and to me it has the most flavor. The others are very good as well, and when they start coming in, there's so many of them, we can't possibly eat them all fresh, which it would be wonderful if we could because they're so delicious fresh. But we give a lot of them away. His parents and my mother and his sisters and my sisters, they all love tomatoes, so we give them some, and with what's left over or the ones that aren't so pretty, I'll keep those to the side and I'll can them. So I was able to get a good many cannons off of them in the last couple of years and put some away. Also, when I can my tomatoes, sometimes I'll add some of the garden peppers to them and make like a rotel, maybe even some onions in with it also. After all, there are lots of peppers coming in at the same time that tomatoes are coming in. So many recipes call for tomatoes, like spaghetti and chili and casseroles, so I get a good bit of use out of my canned tomatoes. I remember the first time I ate cabbage rolls. I was a little girl and I was at the neighbor's house, and they were some older people, and I must have been about 8 years old, I guess, and I was there playing with their granddaughter. And when it came time for lunch, the older lady sat us down at the table and she put those plates in front of us and she asked me, did I ever eat cabbage rolls? And I told her no, and I was afraid I wasn't going to like it. Well, she put it in my plate and I started eating it, and I was very surprised at how delicious it was. And ever since then, I've been very fond of cabbage rolls, and I'll never forget the first time that I tried them. I guess it's something you wouldn't think of as a child liking, especially nowadays. So many kids are so picky. But if you just have them try it and don't let them think that it's a scary thing, they might really love it. I was able to make 2 dishes out of the basic same ingredients. As you can see, I made a no-bake cabbage casserole, and I made the cabbage rolls, which I did bake those for about 30 minutes at 350. If you did stay with me to the end of the video, I thank you. I enjoyed my time with you, and I hope you enjoyed your time with me. Until next time, remember, you can't go wrong doing what's right.